early. Ooh, because I normally do this at 7:55, but it's 7:54, so it's not 7:55 yet. So I'm doing it at. Do you get what I'm saying here? See what normally happens. Let me explain. See what normally happens is at 7:55. Well, now it's 7:55. So now, see, I don't have to tell you that because it's already 7:55 and it's not 7:54. See, if it was 7:54 and then I had to tell you about it, I would have to explain why I was starting at 7:54 instead of 7:55. But because it's already 7:55 now, I don't have to tell you unless you want to know, unless you are sitting there going, what the hell is he talking about? Well, let me explain. So here, see, the thing is, when the clock comes around and it's 7 o'clock, and then what happens is 54 minutes into 7 o'clock, it would be 7:54. So normally I start at 7:55, but because it's 7:54, it would have been a minute early. But now because it's 7:55, it's not 7:54, so I'm not really starting a minute early. I'm actually starting on time. See, now if it was 7:56, I'd be see, 7:56 is a minute after 7:55, which is 2 minutes after 7:54, which would mean that I'm starting actually 1 minute. Well, it would have been 2 minutes late today because I was actually going to start at 7:54, but because it's 7:55, I'm on time. But now it's 7:56. See, now it's 7:56, which means I've been talking since 7:54. So the question is, did I actually start a minute early, or I don't know. Anyway, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? So this girl named Tess Aboishi, her name is Tess Aboishi. She was leaving a I'm calling this the morning jolt. You ready? Here you go. Here's your morning jolt. She was just leaving a chiropractor's appointment last Wednesday when she suddenly found herself in the middle of what she felt like a scene in a movie. She'd been returning to her office in downtown Edmonton when she heard a woman down the street yell that a man had stolen her wallet. Well, sure enough, a man started running away from the scene of the crime, but not before Aboishi could take off after him. So after chasing this guy for 2 blocks, all right, Aboishi rounded the corner into an alleyway and found that the burglar had stopped running and started to cry instead. He came out from behind the dumpster and says, "Here's the wallet. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. Just take it." So she says she took the wallet, and the woman caught up soon after. I gave it back to her, and he stayed there apologizing a lot. Recognizing that the man was distressed, I just make sure this isn't playing an audio. No, it's got. Recognizing that the man was in distress, Aboishi took him to a cafe down the street and bought him a large black coffee. So basically, she chased this guy down. All right, the man explained that he had come to the city with a friend from Calgary, but they had ditched him in Edmonton without any money. Aboishi did her best to console the man before showing him how to get to the public library where he could seek help from the social workers on staff. She says that she hopes the man gets the help that he needs, and she has no regrets over her actions from that day. You kill more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, she said. I wanted to show him some compassion. Have you ever done that, Helen?
No.
You never did that. You never been nice to a criminal or anything like that? I mean, you know what I'm saying. In other words,
Let me think a minute. Yes, I believe I have.
all right, wise ass. All right, anyway,
Life is good.
No, but what I'm saying is, if somebody like isn't, have you ever? I mean,
Go ahead.
Listen, there was a time I came out of my office in the city, right, and I see this lady pushing around a baby stroller, and it's winter time. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, why do we lose Facebook already? Come on now. Lord Almighty.
Where'd it go? I'm seeing it. I saw it.
You know what?
What'd you do? Do I have to go and press those buttons?
Maybe it's because of what I wrote. I wrote on it, instead of saying Cop and Crew in the morning, I wrote, like you have something better to do, listen to us, or we'll hack into your Facebook page and put political comments.
Did you really?
Yes, I really did.
What is possessing you?
Now the question is...
You know, everybody goes to Facebook jail in this crew, except me, and I don't know what I'm doing, so, get with the program.
All right, so that's...
Seriously.
Which is...
Are we back?
No, we're going to be, though. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Well, at least the good news is it did it right away.
Good morning, Jace.
All right, let me say hi to Jace. Anyway, Jace. Hi, Jay.
By the way, Sarge says, "Good morning, you nut job. Who's on first?"
And I said, what's on second? There we go. Do you know what that's from, Jace?
Yes, Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Oh, very good, Jace.
That's very funny, actually.
All right.
It's a good one. Yeah.
What were they going to say?
You tell me.
Why is this?
So
what I was saying was, I'm trying to get Facebook Live back here. So what happened was, this woman's walking around. She's pushing a baby stroller, and it's freezing outside. She has no coat on. The kid is barefoot, okay? And she's crying.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the true story, too. I'm watching people just walk right by her like she's not even there, okay?
Yeah.
And so, I walk up to her and I said, "Hi, how you doing? You okay?" And she's crying, and I can't get her to tell. Finally, what happened was her husband, I guess, was an alcoholic, and he came home in a violent alcoholic rage. Okay, beat the hell out of her. So she grabbed the kid, the stroller, and ran out the door. Okay, so and she was afraid to go home. He was going to kill her and all this other stuff. So there was a Century 21 store right there on Broadway. So I took her into the Century 21 store. I bought her a coat. I bought the kid stuff so that the kid could be warm.
Okay.
And then I directed her. I got her to go down. She actually went to police headquarters because it was closest, I guess, right around the corner from City Hall there. And I walked her down there and showed her where it was. She was a foreigner. She wasn't, I guess, whatever. So anyway, make a long story short, the question is, have you ever, I'm sure you've given money to homeless people.
I have.
And Jay, have you ever done anything to help anybody besides yourself? I'm just kidding.
Wow, here we go. Okay.
Just kidding, just
let's
kidding,
see,
Jay.
What time is it?
Have you-
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course I do. I mean, being from New York, you see a lot of homeless people, and of course, unfortunately, your first reaction is to not hand them anything, not do anything like that. But sometimes you have just a bit more compassion of what people like to say that you do,
Yeah.
and
I
you
guess
hand over
somebody's
some
phone's
change, you
on.
buy somebody breakfast, or buy somebody a soda, or if you happen to have a bottle
Sorry.
of water, you give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to say that I do. I have.
Okay.
Good boy, Jay.
Are we on Facebook
I'm
right now?
trying here.
Okay,
I don't know.
all
Eric,
right.
while you do that,
Yeah.
I have to jump into the stream for just a moment and reset it.
Okay.
Okay.
Boy, we're
So-
having a real hell of a time this morning, aren't we?
Yes, we were having fun before.
Yeah.
Now it's serious. We have to
Well,
get back on
it should be
Facebook
working
and
here, and I don't
stream.
know why it's not. But anyway,
Okay. Well,
hopefully
I
we're not.
usually-
Hopefully, I
you
don't
know
know what. I didn't do anything to get put in Facebook
What
jail.
did you
You
do
did.
again?
It wasn't
really?
me.
I didn't do nothing.
Seriously.
I'm trying
Well,
here.
why don't you do this? Usually when my
don't you
computer.
mind
and my
your own
phone-
business,
You know
all
what I
right?
do? I slap the phone around.
Why'd you just do this? All right.
Why don't I do? You know what? Do this.
You know
Mhm.
what? I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of you, Sonigliero.
Yeah, well,
all
you
right?
should be.
I'm not
Good
afraid of you. all
Lord,
right?
man.
All right?
Seriously.
You're a typical woman. Always want to tell a man how to do things. I'm a man. I know technical things. I can fix this. I don't need a woman's help.
Too bad you can't say the word, but okay. Technical.
What word can I say?
Technical.
I said technical. What
no,
is
you didn't.
Testicle.
No, you didn't. No. Oh,
See, you had it. You made me go there.
I made you do it.
You made me go to the testicles. You did.
I made
You made me go to the testicles.
Well,
Oh,
good luck
come
with
on,
that.
Mevo. I'm getting tired of this now. This is not working, and
You
it's really
say
starting to
Viva-
upset me
you
a lot.
say potato, and I say potato.
All right.
What?
Anyway, the bottom line is.
The bottom
yeah.
line is what?
I had my whole thing set up. I knew what I wanted to talk about. Now I'm too busy messing with Facebook Live, and I can't get damn Facebook Live to freaking work, you prick.
oh,
What? I'm allowed to say prick.
Where's the curse jar?
It's not a curse. Prick is not a curse. You can prick
Well,
your.
it's
you can
not-
Prick,
I
you can prick
consider
your-
it a
you could-
taboo.
You could prick your finger.
I could. Okay, but still.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, what?
This is serious now.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let me ask. No, seriously, ask a
You feel
question.
the chemistry?
If you just make it, if it's just a tiny little thing on your finger, does that mean it's a little prick?
Apparently so.
So
You should know. Thank you. Wow.
very good, there,
I'm here all
Cernig.
week. Thank
Cernig.
you. Cernig. I'm here all week.
Cernig.
Well, I was here all week.
John Joseph coming on at 8:30 this morning. He's an amazing comedian. He's going to be appearing at McGuire's Governor's Comedy Club. He'll be on with us at 8. No, excuse me. What did I say? 9:30. 8:45. 9:45 this morning. We have Lisa Lieberman Wang.
Mm-hmm.
But Helen, you're going to have to do some. I'm going to have to ask you to take over here for a second because I got to get on my. I got to fix Facebook Live and I can't get us
So
on
what
here.
did you do?
I
What
didn't
did
do
you
nothing. I was just
do?
talking,
You
and all
know,
of a
you
sudden all hell
people,
broke loose
all
here.
these professionals, I know
All
how to
right.
do this.
Do
All
us-
I'd have to do is smack it and it'd work.
Do a story.
Do a story. Let's see what I want to talk about today. Let's see. Well, I will say, Jace, can I talk about what I read yesterday, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jace has a blog on medium.com, and I read it last night, and I found it to be compelling. And he was surprised that I used the word fascinating, but I thought it was fascinating. And what it was about was his unjustified stay at Rikers Island. And I thought it was very human, and for a young man who was feeling very vulnerable in that situation, I thought it was fascinating. And where can they find that, Jace? Because I just thought, really, you know?
It is posted to my personal Facebook
Okay.
page, but I will post a link to the Cop and Crew Facebook page so people can take a look at it as they wish.
I have to say, you know, you asked me to read it yesterday, and really, I read the whole thing through. It's a short read, and he has not edited it to be perfect yet, but the writing is very good, and also it is. I called it fascinating, and you were very surprised that I called it that. But I thought the vulnerability and the rawness of it was really amazing, Jace. You know, my little boy wonder there, my tall glass of water's got some writing talent there. So I'm very proud of you, and I think you should do something with that. I really do. So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you know, I used most of it to just stay out of trouble.
Well, yeah, I got that too, because there were some, shall we say, questionable characters in there that you were with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, you kept your head above water. You broke up a couple fights, which actually I thought was pretty brave of you to do that, because couldn't you get in trouble and be called the perpetrator of something like that? I mean,
I'm sure
really?
I could.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could,
I
but
thought-
it's a matter of where I was. It's just the last thing I need is the last thing I want is to see anybody else extend their time by
Okay.
just doing something stupid.
Well, what was the hardest thing about being there?
Being away from everything.
Well, do you want to discuss why that what
And
happened?
I will play you something special.
Okay. Randy Steele, we know we're not live. We're trying to fix it right now, so just give us a couple minutes, okay?
We are working on that. Head over to copandcrew.com. Hear the episode, or we are also on stream.
Okay. All right.
STRE.am/iRadio USA.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So just hang in there, Randy. We'll be there in a few minutes, okay? But yeah, as I read what was happening is Jace was coming to surprise Eric for his birthday, and they hadn't seen each other a while. And Jace planned an elaborate surprise, and Madison Rising was here. They are the people that play the Star Spangled Banner at the end of our program, and what happened is all hell broke loose, and I think it was quite a surprise for Eric and for you, Jace, but to say the least. And
by the way, take a listen to this.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to play another song.
Okay.
Well, we're going to play Soldiers of America.
Oh, good.
So I was in there interviewing Madison Rising,
mhm.
and after that I played. We got back to everybody kind of just sitting there chilling.
Right.
Madison Rising was going to be performing the Star Spangled Banner
Mm-hmm.
that night at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And as we sit there, 6 cops walk in. Yeah.
That's quite a crowd, because I'm looking around at this studio. It's roomy, but it ain't that big. That had to be a crowd.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, so then what happened?
With them, like you have grunt style 9
So
line.
I'm trying to see if I can find that
Okay,
particular spot.
okay. Jace is playing back the audio from that day. So just hang in with us, everybody. It
Yeah, well,
really
it all just kind of happened so fast.
I want to
and-
stress here. I want to stress here that the reason that Jay is talking about